the movie starts out with this woman who's a freak of nature, and she has a bit of a problem. She's kind of an nympho because she has 7 clitorises. And
Da-da-da.
clitori, I don't know how you say it, but she has 7 clits, and she's basically insatiable sexually. It opens basically with a scene of her banging a guy and beating his head on the floor until he dies. There's really not much else to say about that. And she's like, oh shit, I did it again. And then she proceeds to go into the bathroom, and within, within 2 hours of having sex with the guy, she is fully termed pregnant and delivers a baby. And then they like pan over on it, and it's like this little CG baby. It's like screaming its head off, and it's all mangled looking and deformed. And she looks directly at the camera, and she's like, "Don't judge me from this." She's like,
Yeah,
she's
that
like,
was the best.
she's like, "My babies aren't real babies; they're freaks." You know, she's like, "I could do this if I want to."
The funniest thing about that, I gotta say, was that right when the baby was crying its eyes out, I look at my roommate who's sitting there, and we both look at each other like, "This bitch is fucked up." And right after that's when she looks at the camera and goes, "Don't judge me." Could have been more perfect timing, dude.
It was just like, I was about to judge you. Thank God you said that, or I would have. Oh man. So anyway, after that, you should pretty much know this is not a movie like any other you'll probably watch in your lifetime. So yeah, it only gets worse, better. I don't know, depending on how you define the terms.
What's your stance on life? Yeah.
What's your moral standing in life? So basically, after that, she lets us in on the fact that she's like a freak and she has 7 clits and all those different things, and she's had a troubled life growing up, and she's never been able to satisfy herself, and blah blah blah. And she actually likes having these children because it feels good to her, and she looks forward to it. So she tells the guys to, finish in her and stuff. And it's just, from there, it's just a downward slope of depravity. And
Oh yeah, that's an understatement there.
and we meet this other guy, and I don't know the guy. I don't remember the guy's name. Do you?
No, I don't. Just long cock guy.
Yes. So we meet this.
Oh, I'm sorry, monster cock.
We meet this guy who's in a diner overhearing these girls talk about how, like, completely unrealistically, mind you, having a conversation with this guy about, like, I love big dicks, I can't stand small ones, and this guy, like, overhears them, and then he goes and, like, vomits in the alleyway because it makes him sick whenever he hears girls talking like that, apparently. And then he goes, and we find out eventually that he has a, what did he say, 14 inches or something like that? I don't remember. It ends up
like
being
that.
considerably more than that, I would say. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. So basically, there's this guy with a ridiculous story that he had to inject his own penis with steroids when he was a teenager in order to, I don't know why. I've forgotten why. I think I.
Because remember, he had an accident where it got chopped off, so they put it back
Oh,
on,
yeah,
but it wasn't regrowing right. So he had to inject himself with steroids, and then it started regrowing right, but then he couldn't finish with anybody.
Right, and he said it worked when he was 17. He busted a nut so hard. What was it? A girl passed out or something, or he passed out for.
And are you people still with us? Because if you are, congratulations.
So anyway,
We're not done.
he says that he passed out for an indeterminate amount of time, and he woke up in a hospital or something, and basically it ends up with his cock has a mind of its own, and it talks to him, not unlike Doctor Octopus's arms talk to him in Spider-Man 2, without the neural inhibitor chip, and it basically commands him to do things, and he's like sitting there arguing with it throughout the movie.
That alone, the best scene was when he's arguing with his cock, and the lady busts in, and it's like 14 inches high, slithering in like a fucking python tamer, and he's like, "Fuck you, you dick!" And he looks up, and he looks at the lady, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
He slams the door, and then her reaction is she just casually walks downstairs and goes, "You know anything about that guy?"
Yeah, like, 'cause she wants to fuck him.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I think my favorite scene in the movie is he brings this prostitute home, and he decides that he's, after however many years of not getting laid, he decides that he's gonna try it, and he brings his prostitute home, and he he ends up doing her. I guess it takes a few seconds maybe, and he's done with her, and she will not stop orgasming. She's just got the O face on for at least 45 minutes straight. After he's done with her, he calls his drug dealer buddy, and his drug dealer buddy's like, "Yo, I got nothing to do with you. You hear me? Nothing." And he's like, hangs up. And like he's like, "Man, what the fuck am I gonna do? God damn it!" And this whole time, this woman with 7 clits, who's a photographer, and she likes to shoot photo shoots with people wearing vagina faces. That they just end up having this. I don't know. She ends up seeing the girl, the hooker, having an O face for like 2 hours or whatever, and then she's convinced that's the guy she's got to bang. That's the guy for her. So so she like ends up going into his house at like the middle of the night, he's total break and enter, and she's just like, I'm gonna break the law so I can bang this guy's lights out without him even knowing me. So she goes, and it turns out that his penis, his appendage, has decided that, you know what, if you're not gonna get laid, I'm gonna do it myself. Yeah. And it decides to. It reminds me of the song by a band, I don't remember whom it was, but it was called Detachable Penis. And it jumps off of the guy, starts slithering and breaking through walls in random apartments.
Walls and floors.
Yeah, walls and floors. It pushes up floorboards, and it decides to go into random women's apartments. And this is really kind of sick, really, because it just crawls in their apartments, and it finds I shit you not, every playmate within the 20-mile radius. It finds them, and it sneaks in.
And you get to see it through penis vision.
I totally
Which
forgot
is purple,
about that.
by the way, if anybody's wondering.
Oh yeah, I thought that was it looking through his like boxers or something at first. The color. I thought it was like, oh, it's looking through. No, it's just penis vision is purple. So so then it starts slithering through walls and breaking through floorboards and basically raping women left and right. And I mean, I know we're supposed to find it funny and sort of erotic, I guess, but the fact of the matter is it's raping women. And it's just not cool. But anyway, it's having its way with them, and then it comes back, and the scene that's going to stick on me forever is when they're having a fight. The woman doesn't believe the guy that his penis literally jumped off of him, and she like yanks his shorts down. She's disappointed that he doesn't have one, and it comes back. And it comes back in a very, very tattered state. It is, according to her, having trouble breathing.
Oh man, and when they showed opening its pee hole to breathe.
Jesus Christ. God have mercy on our souls. God have mercy on you for telling us about this movie.
I'm so sorry, but it changes people.
It really does. All right, so the scene I will never forget. This is like embroidered in my mind. It's like I can feel it like through my head. She decides that in order to revive it, she needs to start giving it CPR, and she proceeds to cross her hands and start pushing on it on the floor, and it's like pulsating. You have to understand, it's pulsating the whole time, and she's pushing on it like she is. She's pushing on it like it's like a person that's drowned out of like an ocean or something, and she proceeds to pick it up and start blowing in the urethra. I'm sorry, which is literally blowing it in front of you, but man, it is one heck of a movie. I gotta say, the Oscars missed out. 2008 Film of the Year, Bad Biology.
And I mean, what about the end, too?
She's lying there, and this giant thing is having its way with her. Finally, she's gotten what she wants, and she's staring up at the ceiling, and this giant floodlight turns on, and it's supposed to be some kind of holy experience, like she's having sex with God himself. And after it's done, the guy that his penis jumped off of him, he's foaming at the mouth. He's apparently dead.
He's dying from the steroid overdose that she injected in the penis to keep it alive.
Yeah, she did. And yeah, that was it. Okay, so he's foaming from the mouth because he's dead now. The penis dies, and she passes away as well. But not before one final baby pops out. And it is an amalgamation of a giant dick, and I don't even know if I can say it. I don't even know what it was. It was
like a giant dick baby.
It was a giant
with balls for feet. They came walking out going, eh, eh. It hopped back and forth on each ball as it walked out of camera view. And Finn, what a way to end a movie.